Let's do an X marks the spot video. Some sterling silver I found with my Deus a few weeks back. X marks the spot. Simplex SP22 277 against the SP24 or the SP28 278. Turn this 277 on here. Wipe it off here. It's raining on my parade today. I had to go take a bunch of detectors inside because they're not waterproof. So let's take that silver out of there, see if it's falsing on the iron there. It's doing really good. I'll ground balance it. Oh. See if it's falsing on the iron. That would be correct. It's falsing on the iron. I'll make it a little bit easier for the Simplex. Take the cinch square nail out and the roofing nail out and go like this. See if it'll hit it. Not going to happen. It's just too small, right? I'll actually take that third nail out. It's not going to happen, man. Let's see if I can hit it just alone. Yeah, I can hit it alone. Reads up 28, 29. I'll put some iron right there. See, doing testing, I do testing on these machines and I see where the sweet spot is on the coil there, right? And in different situations, that sweet spot's gonna change. Like an iron, the sweet spot's gonna change. You know, when you're an iron or you're around a lot of targets that have the same conductivity, it's hard to pinpoint objects, and knowing the sweet spot on that coil is very important so you can get the target out that you're going for, right? If you're around a lot of iron, backing out, you know, I'll put some iron over here. I'll put some iron over there. So if you back your coil out and you're over iron in the back there, you're not going to be able to hit it. Watch, I'll take that out, the iron out, and I'll be able to hit it now. Nope. The sweet spot is right above the note, the macro. Right there. So I'll move this iron a little bit closer here, watch. Not hitting it. Because I'm over iron, right? The iron is within the field of that coil. Right? I'll take it over here. Put it right there. See? So when you back out of targets and you're backing over iron, you need to have your iron volume on. If you have your iron volume off, you're probably going to skip over that target because it sounds like a nail, right? And when you're around a lot of iron, that backing out technique does not apply. You just have to dig all the targets that you're getting, you know, all the tones that you're getting. If you're around a lot of iron, dig anything that's not iron, right? That's my suggestion. And you'll get surprised. See, nothing but iron in the back there. But there's so much iron in the ground here that backing off doesn't do any good. It has to be directly right over the coil. Now I'll put some iron right here, make it tough for it. Not gonna hit it, right? I can hit it on this way because it's not going down the barrel of that. Down the barrel is basically going, sweeping down the line of that nail right there. Sweeping down the line of that nail. And usually when you sweep over a nail this way, you're gonna get a high tone or you're gonna get a mid tone with it, right? Now let's try the Simplex 278 with the SP28 coil on it, on that same target. I'll try to replicate that test that I just did. And with the bigger coil, you're going to have a lot more iron in an iron infested site. You're going to have a lot more iron within the field of that coil because you're in an iron infested spot. So you're going to have more junk targets within that 11 inches rather than a small coil. But I'll show you the Simplex performs about the same as that 8-inch coil, actually a little bit better, right? I'll sweep over it here. I'll actually go into Park 2. Sounds nice, man. I'll put some iron right there, right next to it. I'll take that silver out of there, see if it's falsing on the... It's falsing on it, right? That's a tough target, man. Those bent square nails are tough to get through, man. I'll make a little bit easier target here. Actually, there's another nail right there, too. That's probably why I wasn't hitting it very good. But nail affects your tones big time. That's a roofing nail. Not quite as bad as the... It's not hitting it. It's hitting that nail, man. It's falsing on that nail again, right? Take that iron nail out. You get a nice clean tone. With any machine, man, iron like this is gonna affect your targets big time, man. Especially with something this small right here. I'll try a different target here. I'll go with a dime around some foil here. I'll take a couple pieces of foil there. And I'll show you what it sounds like. 81, 82, right? Because right on the surface of a bunch of iron down there. I'll put some foil right here around this, with this big coil here. It really likes high conductive targets in low conductive areas. You know, I can take that, I'm in Park 2 here. I can take some iron here and put it around that target there. And it really affects it, right? Not as much as a low conductive target though, like if I put a gold ring in there. Right? It's not falsing on that nail, because the conductivity of those two different metals there is so far apart. You know, it's giving me a really nice clean high tone because it's a high conductive target around a low conductive target. So it's gonna hit it really good. So silver's easy to get, right? Once you get some iron, a little bit more iron around it, it gets a little bit harder to get. Now I'll go to field mode, it'll just spink it right out. Now I'll just do the X marks the spot right there. Doing fairly good. Park 2. Not hitting it very good. Park 1. I'll take that dime out of there. It's still hitting it in park 1. Right? Still hitting it. But it's hitting it big time, and I'll actually take that target out of there. Right? Silver dime. Easy target for the Simplex. Now I'll go with the Amphibio or the Deus. The Deus. I have so many detectors out today, I don't know which detectors I'm going to be using sometimes. Park 2. Obviously, there's a target in there, right? Right? Still pulsing a little bit on that nail, but nice stable tone. So like about the Equinox, it does really good with stuff near the surface. Once you start getting deeper, man, all machines, it starts getting a lot tougher, man. And it gets a lot tougher making videos when I'm digging deeper targets. I have some videos out there that I'm digging deep silver with the Simplex, but there's not a lot of iron in the ground. You know, I know that the iron really affects a lot of tones, and the deeper you go, the choppier the signals are. But with the Simplex and the Amphibio and the Equinox, it really likes silver a lot. The Deus, you know, I'm still doing a lot of testing. You know, I've only found one silver dime with the Deus, about 200 hours with the Deus, and I've only found one silver dime. And I found a few rings though with it. It does really good on jewelry, but when it comes to an all-around machine, you know, you want something that's going to be durable. You want a machine that's going to be durable, waterproof, updatable, and you want a machine that's going to get a wide range of conductive metals. You know, you want a machine that's going to detect iron really good, because sometimes you want to pinpoint that iron. You want to see what kind of iron's in the ground. You know, when you first get to a site there, you want to see what kind of iron you got. You know, if it's square nails, roofing nails, just common nails, little bits of iron, and you want to extract some of those out so you can see what you got going on. See if there's going to be some relics deeper. If there's square nails on the surface, there's going to be relics in that area. You know, there's going to be relics deeper down. You just have to clear out some of those nails. And if you don't have a detector that's going to be able to pinpoint that iron really good, which the Simplex does not do, it does not pinpoint iron very well. You just get a lot of scratchy, raunchy, just blasting iron, and you can't pinpoint it very well because it's just so scratchy, right? With the Deus, you can pinpoint that iron just like there's no tomorrow. Every single little teeny bit of iron you can get out if you want. With the Equinox, you can't do that either. Sure, you can mess with a bunch of buttons and dial it in for a little bit there, and you can get it to pinpoint those iron targets out. But when it comes to extracting high conductive targets out of iron, most machines do pretty good. When it comes to extracting, you know, hitting on some midtones, like some nickels, like some Liberty Head V-nickels in a bunch of iron, you know, some machines are going to struggle. The Equinox, the Amphibio, the Simplex, the Deus, they all thrive. But when it comes to getting gold out of the ground, next to a bunch of iron, all machines struggle, man. When you're trying to get a low conductive target, which gold is a lower conductive target, out of the ground with a bunch of iron, which is another low conductive target, they're very similar in conductivity. They're low hitters, you know, they're in the low range of your numbers and your tones. With the higher end machines, you can get it so if you're hunting for gold, you can adjust your tones, and anything above a certain range, you can make that tone hit really high. You can create a high pitch for it, so it stands out a little bit better. And the Simplex seems to do that just as well without the tone breaks, with the field mode. The field mode, I've just been testing field mode a lot lately, and it can get those shallower targets out just like the high-end machines can. You're digging out the same stuff with these machines, right? You're pretty much there's not really much difference in machines. But that little bit of difference is huge when you think about it. You know, when I'm doing my testing and one machine can hit something just a little bit better, that's not much. But when you're out in the field, that's a lot. You know, when you're digging out a bunch of square nails, like with the Amphibio or the Equinox, you know, they hit on those nails pretty good. Sort of the Simplex. The Simplex really hits on those nails, those deep square nails, really good. And there's kind of no way to really get away from that. With the Deus, I have not been digging up very many deep square nails. It's just they're very evident, and there's just a certain tone. It's hard to describe it, but there's just a certain tone with the Deus. It just doesn't false on those deeper square nails. Sure, I do still get square nails, but not nearly as much with my other machines. With the Equinox, you get a lot of those square nails, man. And the Simplex. The Equinox, I think the Equinox and the Simplex are very similar machines, man. Not much difference between the two machines. And I have a lot of years of experience with a lot of different machines. But when the day is done, you're pretty much going to be able to hit on the same stuff with the Equinox as the Deus, except for lower conductive targets. The Equinox is a higher frequency machine, and you can run multiple frequencies simultaneously, and you're going to be able to hit those lower conductive targets out. But at the end of the day, it's pretty much all the same. You know, whatever detector you're using, you know, there's just a little bit of difference between those two, but out in the field, it really does matter. Well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe.